Okay, hello guys, and welcome with us again. We are here to talk about A1P tour. We want to give our tasty insight of it. It's currently now played in Sweden, and we've been watching some matches. What's your opinion about the A1P?
I think it's really interesting. Of course, there is a lot of conversation about World Tour and Premier Padel and A1P, and in what we have heard is that A1P is like the second division of padel kind of thing, which I have to disagree. Also, this is what we will talk about today. That there are many things why I consider that many players, the majority, should really take a look at A1P. If they had a good business mind, they will see A1P as a better option, or doing like Diestro and Pincho Fernandez, that they are playing whatever.
Tours,
Yeah, they are playing anything. If
Yeah.
tomorrow I start a tour, Gavito's tour, they will play too. You understand? And I think that's good. They play whatever fits their schedule, or they went to South Africa. Maybe they wanted to see South Africa,
Yeah.
and the prices from A1P to World Tour are pretty similar. So it's interesting to go deeper with this.
Yeah. No, it's a nice tour, and you know more about the history of it. I just know it used to be APT. How was it called last year?
APT.
Yeah. And yeah, it's going around the world. I wish I could play. They don't have many women's categories, but hopefully they will add more. Now the match that we were currently watching was two Swedish players versus the Argentinians that have been dominating the tour a lot, and it's nice to see the differences in playing styles. What's your opinion about, like, for example, the Swedish? You haven't seen them on playing that tour much.
I think there are a lot of Swedish players, playing around. I think, to my understanding, many of the top players in Sweden are just playing padel full time. So to me, someone that is playing full time, that basically is not coaching or doesn't have to work, should be traveling everywhere, should be playing everywhere. And that's where I get very confused with, okay, I'm a professional, but I don't play all the time. When, if you see guys like all the guys that play World Tour, main draw, they are traveling all the time. Like, they finish Sunday and they are playing again Tuesday. And to me, I think it was sad to see that in this tournament in Halmstad, some of the top players weren't there, representing their country. So, but anyway, I don't know.
I think it's also interesting, like what you were mentioning World Padel Tour, that at least in this tour, I love that I can watch it in YouTube. Like, also they show many rounds. Like, if you play World Padel Tour, you have to get quite high to get some visibility for your sponsors.
You have to get to Friday,
friends.
which means quarterfinals. Otherwise, they won't stream it. If you're lucky enough, they might put you in the highlights a bit. But I mean, if we start with this thing, that's what you said. Is it comes down to visibility.
Yeah.
I think A1P gives an amazing visibility, same as Premier. Is Premier Padel. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's very nice to have it from round one on YouTube and be able to watch players that normally you don't get to watch because they don't reach quarterfinals.
Yeah.
But still, they are very good players. They are players, on the rise. But I think visibility is a big thing, and that's something I really like about A1P. I love that they are doing a great job with the streaming. I love Oscar Soler as a commentator. I think he's a lot of fun. The Puntaco guy. Now they added this Puntaco, my friend, which is very annoying. Oscar, if you listen to this, please get rid of that Puntaco, horrible. My friend guy, because he's just killing it.
Especially the highlights.
And I think I'm not the only one saying this. I was reading the other day the comments, and they said, "Who is this guy? Like, just please get rid of him." I agree. But anyway, the visibility is important, definitely. Then I would say that this tour A1P, if I was a player, I would be so excited to join because they go everywhere. Basically, they are in every continent. They go to Argentina, they go to Brazil, they go to Switzerland, which
They were
is,
in
you know,
Mexico.
there was never a tournament, a professional tournament in Switzerland, and it's coming, you know, next week, I think, or in a couple of weeks. They go to Mexico, they go to South Africa, they go to Senegal. I mean, if I was competing, I would be like, hey, yes, this is my career, and I'm competing to make a living, but also I'm traveling all over the world.
Yeah, and I think it's really beautiful to, you know, bring that joy of paddle into different countries, because like for me as a Finnish player, like it has been so Spanish orientated for such a long time, and I think if the sport is to grow, then A1P is doing the right thing by bringing it across the globe.
Yeah, but I think that's done on purpose. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the guy behind the tour is Fabrice Pastor, a lovely person, and I think he's not only passionate about paddle but also about showing it to the world.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's something that we as paddle lovers, regardless if you like this tour or that tour, you should appreciate guys like him.
Yeah.
That, you know, and of course all the people behind this tour, but this guy has really put a clear purpose on what he wants to do with the sport, and he's achieving it. I mean, it's amazing to see. We were supposed to be in South Africa giving a clinic, but then I couldn't get my visa. I didn't have enough time to get the paperwork done. But I mean, that's basically thanks to things like this.
Yes,
Thanks to, because
yes.
A1P has gone there. There is a
Need
there is
for
a need,
coaching,
and there
yeah.
is an excitement about paddle, because this guy has brought paddle there.
Yeah.
You know, Senegal. He was in Senegal doing a tournament. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were courts there. So it's lovely to have a tour like that, and to have a person or CEO of the tour with that purpose, no, to grow the tour worldwide. I think is beautiful, regardless of if it makes money or not for him. I really think business-wise, I think he loses money many times, but I think he goes far beyond that. For him, it's about his passion and leaving a mark on, hey, I was part of the growth of paddle, and I want to put my means, which he has very good means, to grow the sport. Yeah, and I think that's something that I personally appreciate a lot about Fabrice.
Yeah, that's a great thing for the sports. And last question before we finish our today's episode. Can we will we ever see Gabito playing A1P?
I mean, to be honest, this opens a nice one more subject. You know, if I was going to compete, which is the plan, but you know, I'm not getting any younger. But if I was going to compete, where would I, you know, how would I plan my schedule, my playing schedule, my year? And I will, for sure, my first option will be A1P. Also because, you know, the level is. It's not that the level is bad, but if you exclude the top 20 from World Tour, then all the other players, all the other pairs are pretty much the same. I mean, we saw Pincho and Diestro playing the A1P, and they struggled. They won it. Yes, they won the one in South Africa, but they struggle.
Yeah.
They struggle against the number ones. I mean, and these guys in the World Pile Tour race, before they separated, they were top 8 in World Tour. So you understand? Lijo and Sembler have come to play A1P, and they haven't won it. They have lost in quarterfinals, they have lost in semifinals. So I mean, to me, it's stupid to judge a tour by, oh, is it better, is it worse? It's not better or worse. It's options for other players.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes, it's options for players that have had the chance with A1P to become professional players. A lot of these guys from Argentina, from Paraguay, from Chile, you know, Fabrice has recruited them and you know, give them the chance to say, hey, you want to be a paddle professional? Let's go, let's do it.
Yeah, and I think from the player's perspective, it's also healthy for the, you know, like business and everything, that there's at least some competing tours, that there's not only one tour, you know.
Yeah,
taking care
and
of
you
the
know,
market.
Rika, for such a small sport at the moment, in football you have the Premier, but then you have first division, second division, third division, and those guys still make a very good living. Not like Messi that makes billions, but they make more than a lawyer, and they play in second division. So it's nothing wrong with having more options. Yes, and like I said, if you guys have a business mind as a player, you will join A1P. Because it's funny when I hear these guys from Previa or even main draw first round World Tour. A1P is so shit. The level is so bad. Excuse me, but you are not much better than them. You probably are not even better than them. And you know what's the funniest thing, business mind? That guy that is criticizing A1P, if I ask him, how much have you made this year? 0. He's had only expenses. If he was smart enough to play in A1P, first, he will have more visibility. Second, he will play more matches, which is probably better for his development. And 3, he probably can tell me, oh, I have made some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you have too much of an ego, and you know, I want to play World Tour. I want to play because it's the best tour. Yeah, but it's not for you, mate. It's the best tour for Bella. It's the best tour for LeBron. It's the best tour for Sancho. But not for you, Mr. whatever last name. Yeah, I don't want to name anyone, but it's stupid. Instead of being thankful that, hey, there are other options.
Yeah.
Look at Tito. Tito, I really admire what he has done. He was smart. He moved to the tour when he needed to move. He got a very nice agreement, and he's kicking it, and he's playing, and he's doing what he loves, and he's traveling with his wife, and I mean, it's awesome what he's done.
Yeah, now he's a name also, like he's coming to Sweden, he's coming to places, and people see him as a...
Yeah, and he was a name in World Tour also.
Yeah,
not like Lima or Bella, but he was someone, yes? And I like that he was humble enough and smart enough to say, hey, I moved to this tour. There is an opportunity for me to keep developing, to keep growing, to keep being in the sauce, to keep being the main guy. Yeah, and I you know, hats off for you, Tito. Great decision to me. Even though you might be, or you might have been criticized for that decision, but I think you are smart. You are business mind, and that's at the end what matters also.
Okay, thank you guys. We will be taking some highlights and points from this tour hopefully in the future, so we can talk more about tactics and go over that, and feel free to ask us any questions also.
Yes, I was going to say it would be nice if you want to interact a little bit, give us your comments on A1P and World Tour, and you know, but not hating comments. Give us logical, educated comments, good opinions, interesting opinions on this, because we would like to know what you guys think.
Okay, bye.